Alright guys, how's it going? Just wanted to go over the VPM Alias stuff again. Maybe give a better video where you guys can see the text of the aliases that I use, and let's just go a little bit deeper into the how and why, okay? Let's take Cybernaut for example, right? So we know Cybernaut is a ROM-based table, and we also know that there is a reskin of Cybernaut called the Mandalorian, okay? And there's a pup pack for that. So in order to get this to work, the Mandalorian pup pack, and not the pup pack showing when you start Cybernaut, we need to use something called VPM Alias. So you're going to go into your Visual Pinball vpinmain folder, and it's this little text file down at the bottom, VPM Alias.txt. Okay, so you're going to open that up. And here's what you're going to see. This is what I use, and there's only a few that I'm using, right? Flash is a great example of how many times it's used, right? So what we want to do for Cybernaut to get the Mandalorian to work is do this, the Cybernaut m/Cybernaut. So this is the real ROM name. Everything on the right side is the real ROM name. All right, so let's pull up the table. Once you get that in there, you want to save it. Save the text file. We'll go into the tables directory and load up Mandalorian. And we're going to want to edit the table script here. Alright, so let's look at the script. Let me pull it down to a different screen. And we're always going to look for C game name. Okay, it's right here. You can search for it, but it's C game name. And normally, this is just Cybernaut, right? Because that's the ROM. And I know it's hard to see. How about that? Maybe that's a little better. So we know that Cybernaut is always going to be the game name. So we're just going to add the M to it. We're going to hit save, close the script, close VPX. You have to close VPX every time you add an alias. If you leave it open and you add that to the text file, it's not going to read it. So you have to close that and reopen it. And now we're going to load up Mandalorian again. And it's going to work. I mean, it worked before because I had the alias in there. But now you're going to be able to see what a reskin game looks like using a pup pack. Alright. So let's look at other examples of this. The Last Dragon, right? So to get DOF to work correctly, you need to make your alias name, the same or almost similar to the first few letters of what the actual ROM is. So you don't have to do it this way. I've just found that it's the best way. It's the easiest way to make it work all the way across without having to worry about, oh, I messed up my DOF, or, it just doesn't work because I didn't do the alias long enough. But L is because I did it for the Last Dragon, right? So I've just been taking the first name of the table that I'm doing, or the first couple letters, depending on, because Flash has a lot, right? There's a lot that use that Flash ROM. You can use a couple letters, just something that in your head helps you remember why or what I did this for, if you ever have to go back and wonder. The Flintstones, there were two versions of the pup pack, right? So you can make the tune pull up a different version of the pup pack, or you can make the regular game pull up a different version of the pup pack, or there's just options in here. And as reskinning becomes more and more popular, you're gonna want to utilize this feature as much as you can, so you're not getting game name clashes. Or let's look at ACDC, right? There's a few different versions of that pup pack. If you like them all, make aliases for them, copy your games, and put them in, Pinup Popper or whatever front end you're using, as a copy and make it put pack 1, put pack 2, put pack 3. You can use them all. And speaking of ACDC, because it's a color ROM, if you want that to work as well, you need to go into VPM alt color, and whatever your color folder is, you're going to want to copy it and paste it, and say you're using ACDC 170HC, and now you've named it HC1 for that put pack. Well, add a 1 to it, and your alt color will work now too. So there's just various things you can do with it, and a lot of things you can do with it. This is just an example with put packs. So let me know what you guys think. This, like I said, this issue's coming up, or questions coming up quite a bit lately, which is fine. Hopefully this helps out and explain it a little bit more detail for you guys.